Hi, we are going to talk today about how to solve linear inequalities when the variable is going to be on both sides. So as a general rule, what I recommend for these types of inequalities, no matter what, bring the variable to the left, because this is how we prefer to graph it, okay? So let's take a look at the first one. 2x plus 3 is less than x minus 3, so we want to get rid of any x on the right. So minus x, that's going to give us x plus 3 is less than negative 3. We're going to subtract 3, and our inequality, the solution is going to be x is less than negative 6, right? So it's going to be an open circle at negative 6, and less than means we're going to go to the left, and there it is. As an interval notation, if we need to do that, we're talking about an interval going from negative infinity to negative 6 open. So negative infinity, always parentheses. Open at negative 6 means parentheses also. Moving on to the next problem. We're moving our variable to the left. This is preferred. Subtract x. Cancels it here. You have negative 6 plus x plus 2 is less than or equal to negative 10. So we're going to subtract 2. I'm going to continue here. Negative 6 is less than or equal to negative 12. It's negative 6x, I'm sorry. So we need to divide by negative 6. It's a negative number right there. So it's very important when we divide, we reverse the sign. It's going to give us x is greater than or equal to 2. So this is the solution. Greater than or equal to means we're going to have a closed circle. So right there is 2. We are going to shade to the, my apologies, to the right. Using interval notation, we are going from 2 to infinity. 2 is going to be closed. We have a closed circle, so it's a bracket. 2 to infinity. Infinity always open. Okay. Let's take a look at this one. This one has a lot more involved. So as with the equations, we want to distribute first. So we have to distribute this 3. It's going to be 2 plus 3x minus 3 less than. Here we can combine like terms. You have negative 3 minus 8, so minus 11 minus 2x. Still need to simplify because we have like terms here, 2 minus 3. So it's going to be negative 1 plus 3x is less than negative 11 minus 2x, right? Let's get rid of this here. So it's going to be plus 2x plus 2x. That's going to give us negative 1 plus 5x less than negative 11. Add 1, trying to leave x by itself. We're going to get 5x less than negative 10. So we're going to be dividing, but we're dividing by a positive number. So dividing by positive 5 is not going to cause any sign change. And our solution, our answer here is going to be x is less than negative 2. Right? So with negative 2, we are going to have an open circle because it's just less than. And with less than negative 2, we are going to go to the left, right? And using interval notation, this is going to be negative infinity, which is right there, all the way on the left, all the way to negative 2, open circle, parentheses. All right, next problem. So here we have a fraction. We'll get to that. Well, since we do have a fraction, it's probably better to multiply everything by 2 to get rid of the fraction. So multiplying the entire inequality by 2. And remember, it's a positive number, so we don't need to flip the sign. Okay, so every one of these 4 terms is going to be multiplied by 2. That's going to give you x plus 5 times 2 is 10. Still greater than or equal to, this is negative 2x This is minus 2. So moving our variable on the left, we're going to add 2x. This is going to give us 3x plus 10 greater than or equal to negative 2. Minus 10 minus 10. We have 3x greater than or equal to negative 12. We are going to be dividing by a positive number. The sign will remain intact. And we're going to have x is greater than or equal to negative 4. Yes, I know it's negative here, but we are dividing by a positive number, by positive 3. So, negative 4 is right there, closed. We're greater than, so we're going to shade everything to the right. Using interval notation, this is going to be from 4, which is going to be included because it's closed, to infinity because we're going to the right. This one gets even busier. Let's start with distributing. So we have to distribute this, and we have to distribute this. That's going to give us 2x minus 2 minus 6 plus 3x greater than 6x minus 6 plus 2. Alright, let's see what we can get here. So we combine 2x plus 3x, that's going to give us 5x. We combine negative 2 minus 6, that's minus 8. On the other side, we can combine negative 6 plus 2, so 6x minus 4. Take away 6x. We're trying to move our variables to the left with inequalities. It is preferred. So it's negative x minus 8 greater than negative 4 plus 8 on both sides. Negative x is greater than 4. We do need to get rid of the negative, which means we need to divide by negative 1. So when we divide by negative 1 on both sides, you need to be careful here. The sign will have to flip. So it's going to be x is less than negative 4. Right? So negative 4 is right there. It is going to be open because there's no equal. And it's less than, so we're going to go to the left. And with interval notation, we're starting all the way on the left, so it's going to be negative infinity. We're going all the way to negative 4, and it's open, so parentheses. Next problem. Distributing here, please be careful, there is a minus here, so when you distribute, make sure you distribute with the negative sign. So 4 minus 2x plus 2 plus 4x less than 2x plus 6. Let's combine like terms. We have 4 plus 2 here, that's 6. And we have negative 2x plus 4x, so it's going to be plus 2x. And then here we're going to have 2x plus 6. So here's what's going to happen now. When I subtract 2x, it's going to cancel our x's on both sides. This is what we are going to get. 6 is less than 6. This is a false statement. It is not true. So since it's a false statement, the original inequality cannot be possibly ever true, and which means we're actually going to have no solution. We cannot shade anything on the number line because there is no solution here. There's absolutely nothing to shade. Okay? And another way to write that is going to be with this. Okay, which means the number line will remain blank. Okay, one more. Okay. 1 plus all that, so let's be careful here, let's distribute. So here we're distributing 2, here we're distributing 2, here we're going to have to distribute negative 1. So 1 plus 2x minus 6 plus x less than 2x plus 2 minus 1 plus x. So let's see what we're getting here. 1 minus 6 here, that's negative 5. 2x plus x is plus 3x, less than 2x plus x is going to be 3x, 2 minus 1 is plus 1, right? When we subtract 3x on both sides, it's going to cancel. But what are we getting here is negative 5 is less than 1. This is actually a true statement, unlike the previous problem, right? So since this is a true statement, that means that no matter what x is going to be, we are always going to have a true statement. That means that the entire number line is going to be the solution here. So it's going to be all real numbers. Using interval notation, this can be written as negative infinity to infinity, and we are going to shade the entire number line in this case. Why? Because every single x value on that line is going to give you a true statement when you put it in the original inequality. All right, and the last problem here, let's do this one. Same thing, kind of busy, but we can get all these figured out. So we have 2x plus 2, distributing 2, and distributing 6 here, plus 4 plus 3x greater than or equal to negative x plus 6x minus 24. So we have 2x plus 3x, that's 5x, plus 2, oh, I'm sorry, 2 plus 4 is 6, so plus 6, greater than or equal to, we have negative x plus 6x, that's 5x minus 24. Okay. So minus 5x minus 5x, it's going to give you 6 is greater than or equal to negative 4. This is also a true statement, just like the previous problem was. So our solution is going to be all real numbers, because no matter what x is, it's always going to be true. Using interval notation, it's going to be negative infinity to infinity. And just like in the previous problem, we are going to shade the whole entire number line. And this is how it's done. And I hope this helps. See you next time.